Okay, so Aaron, come on down. Come on down. You're the next contestant again on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So let's just get
Yay.
this party started. And ooh, here we go. Next question. So, Aaron, first of all, before we get into these questions, I have just got to know, where in the world do you come from?
You know, most people would think I come from Earth, okay? And if you guessed that, you'd be correct. I know, funny, right? Actually, I come from this one state that's kind of like shoved up in the corner called Maine. So, Maine in the US.
Maine in the U.S. I hear it's stunning there. The fall in particular, right? Is that a favorite season of yours?
It is
As I
actually
hear.
very beautiful up here. All seasons are beautiful, yes.
All seasons even. That's fantastic. Well, let's get you $1 million so
All
you
right.
can do amazing things in the state of Maine. To get you there, we've got to answer this question first. What animal is also called the king of animals? Is it A, the dog, B, the brown bear, C, the lion, or D, the hamster?
As much as I want to say that the hamster is definitely the king of all animals, I know it's C, the lion.
Okay. See the lion, your final answer? You sure it's not that hamster?
It's got to be
Final
the
answer?
lion. Final answer.
Got final answer. Okay, here we go. Check this answer. See if you're one step closer to being a millionaire. Ah, you are correct, and I don't know why it's there we go. So I don't know why it didn't do a big to-do. Apparently there's more kinks in here. It worked perfectly on Wednesday, but here we go. Let's move on to the next for 4,000. And before we do that, I am dying to know what brought you to VR Church. What brings you here today that you're sitting here in contestant row earning $1 million?
Well, part of it is I have to come here to stream, but also too, just the loving community that everyone provides around here. It's awesome.
Oh, that's wonderful. So beautiful. He's talking about all of you guys. Awesome. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, as we move on to the second question, who has a red nose? Could it be A, Rudolph the reindeer, B, Frank the drunkard, C, Mary the virgin, or D, Mionski the creator? Hmm. What you think? What you think?
I'm going to have to
Who
go
could
with
it be?
A, Rudolph.
A Rudolph the reindeer. All right. I can see how you're assuming that might be correct. Is that your final answer?
Sure is.
Final answer. Here we go. Are you one step closer? And yes, A. Fantastic. Good job, Aaron. Aaron, you're amazing. All right. So we already know where you come from. But now we are really curious, Aaron, about what you enjoy doing. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? I'm not saying that right, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy doing in your free time, Aaron?
I enjoy doing a bunch of things. Anything from playing video games to modifying and driving RC vehicles, the remote control vehicles, radio control. I've had a few go up over 100, and I like to go off roading with them and have big jumps and stuff. So there's quite a few different things I do, from music as well. I play guitar and many other instruments.
Wow. So I had the privilege of seeing one of the videos of you driving one of your remote control cars going over 100 miles an hour, which is amazing. Maybe I think that the community might enjoy a little snippet of that in Discord or Telegram or where have you. It's really interesting to watch, I got to tell you. But we are going to keep moving on because you need that $1 million for all these musical instruments and remote control bibbity bob. So let's keep going. So what is the most common dish in most of Asia? Could it be A, spaghetti, B, tacos, C, sausages, or D, rice? Most common dish. in Asia?
I'm gonna have to answer that with D, rice.
D rice. D rice. That sounds like it could be. So I'm assuming that's your final answer. Final answer. All right. Let's see if you are right. And D, rice is correct for the win. We're already at 8,000. We're moving on. Next question, 16,000. He's doing amazing here today. I absolutely am so excited for you. Before we move on, though, color. What could be your favorite color? Could it be blue, green, yellow?
Well, I'm very partial to red, and I like to add red to a lot of things. But actually, one of my favorite colors is probably yellow.
Yellow. And why? Why? Is there something about yellow?
It's a bright, happy color, and I like yellow.
Ah, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. I love that. It's an uplifting color. Oh, so which language has more native speakers, do you think? Could it be A, English, B, Spanish, C, German, or D, Italian? Hmm.
Well, this is kind of a little more difficult. I don't think it's German or Italian. There are quite a few Spanish speakers, and there are quite a few English speakers. But
Mm.
I'm gonna go A, English on
Don't
this.
forget you have your lifelines.
I do have my lifelines though too. I'm gonna go A, English on this one.
A, English, final answer here. Let's see how you did. A, English. Woo woo! You're still trucking on, and you got your 3 lifelines left. Amazing. Amazing. All right. So with that $1,000,000, I'm sure you're going to spend some of it on video games, right? What is that?
Well,
What is your
maybe.
favorite video game?
My favorite video game, it's hard to narrow down to just one. Because I have different like categories that I consider favorites. My favorite video game series is definitely Legend of Zelda. I am a big Legend of Zelda fan.
Big fan
The
too.
my favorite as far as like an art style, there's actually this small game called Lost Ember that I really enjoy. It's got like the most beautiful artwork I've seen in a video game ever. So if you haven't heard of it, look it up. It's amazing.
And I have not. Awesome. Beautiful. Sounds cool. There's Okami. Okami is a game that I personally like. That's like a Japanese art style. It's a beautiful, beautiful game too. If you haven't checked it out, I encourage you to do so. Let's go on and see. Get you one step closer. You're like halfway there. So in what year was the United Nations established? Could it be A, 1909, B, 1933, C, 1945, and or D, 1968? And you still have all 3 lifelines.
I think I'm gonna use a lifeline and ask the audience.
Fantastic. All right, audience. Aaron will be coming right on over to you, so just head on up that hill. Check in on the audience.
So what do you guys say?
I'll say C.
You say C?
C. But I'm probably wrong.
Yours says 1945. Okay.
Mm.
So they're saying C. So
How do you feel?
I'm gonna go with C.
C, final answer. All right, let's see how you did. Oh, is it? See, you're right. Yay! I couldn't see it. The colors wasn't jumping out. You are right. Fantastic. Woo!
Thank you, audience.
Fantastic. Yes, thank you, audience. Okay, so you got to cut them in. $1,000,000 divided by whatever that may be. Let's talk about food, though. I'm getting hungry. Ooh, food. What kind of
Yummy.
food do you enjoy?
I like pizza and burgers. Those are two of my favorite. And specific pizza, it would be a meat lovers. I love a good meat lovers pizza. And with burgers, I say the greasier the better.
Oh, interesting. Kind of like the burger where the juices are drizzling down your wrist. Ah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I like your food style. That sounds delicious. Oh, here we go. It's getting so close here. Just a few more to go. So can you answer this one? I'll make a man out of you is a song from which movie? Could it be A, Lion King, B, Pinocchio, C, Mulan, or D, Rambo?
I think
Mulan,
You have
judging
two
Mulan.
by
lifelines.
judging by my sister's childhood and watching movies over her shoulder every once in a while and hearing things, I think it's C, Mulan.
C, Mulan, and that's your final answer. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. C, Mulan. Correctamundo. Oh my gosh, you're just a
Yay.
few short questions away from $1 million. I love this question. This is a really cool question, by the way. And we're going to ask that question and then one more. So, where was number 7? Where was number 7?
I I
Mm,
was typing out the
where was it? Where did
questions.
you put that?
I was typing out the
Yeah.
questions and I accidentally hit the 7 key instead of, or no, I accidentally hit the 8 key instead of the 7 key. And instead of backspacing it, I'm like, you know what? Let's just throw this in there. Why not?
Because as I mentioned before, if possible, if you're interested and you'd like to play, we'd love to hear the actual questions of things that you would like to share with the community. So they're tailored to you. So when you put in your submission to be a contestant here, please by all means put in personal questions, things that you would like for the host here to ask. And so that's how we got to Aaron's question of where was number 7. So thank you for explaining that to me. I was really curious for a long time. But where were you born? Because that will make a little more sense to our audience.
I was born and raised in Pennsylvania for many years, and then I moved up to Maine.
Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania, for those that aren't aware, about how far away is that from Maine about in general?
13 hours, about 13, 15
13
hours.
hours. So you made quite the move. Wow. Very good. Very good. All right. As we continue, what is the location of the NFL Hall of Fame? Could it be A, Manchester, Great Britain, B, New York, C, Salt Lake City, or D, Canton, Ohio? 2 lifelines left.
I actually do not know much about the NFL at all, so I am going to go with a lifeline and ask one person in the audience. So,
All right. Woo woo. Phantom looks like he knows it.
yeah,
Woo,
he probably
woo.
does. So I'm going to go with Phantom.
Oh, I see Cheddar's jumping in the back.
What is it?
That's a great way to let us know you know a thing. Jump,
Oh,
jump, jump.
can't hear him. Still can't hear him. You might have to type it out.
Are you guys like maybe a little too close to the stairs? Maybe.
Maybe.
it has
Let's
something
check him
to
up
do
here.
with- Okay, he's typing it out, so watch for the. And we'll definitely do a
Alright.
thorough audio, Ohio. We'll definitely do a thorough audio revamping, retesting before we play this again. I'm super sorry, everybody, for the difficulties. What you got, Aaron?
I'm going to go with his answer, D, Ohio. That was D, right? Yeah, that was D.
D, Ohio. Okay, let's see, Phantom, if you were correct. And it's D. Woo! Still in the game. Still in the game. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. So, Aaron, tell us a little bit about what do you do for a living?
Well,
Gotta do.
in order to live, I breathe. So That's what I do for a living.
Oh, helpful, helpful. Yes. In order to live, I breathe. That is
But
definitely helpful.
in all honesty, though,
Weirdo.
I do
I love it.
I do actually work at a lumberyard, and I get to drive delivery trucks and stuff, and run a forklift and all that fun stuff.
Gonna have to get you talking with my husband, who was a logger for many, many, many years. It was a family business. He would love to talk
Oh, cool.
you're up in that area. Oh my gosh, only 3 more questions, including this one, and you're there. So what country drinks the most coffee? Could it be A, Colombia, B, Finland, C, Brazil, or D, South Africa, with one lifelong left?
I feel like Colombia would be very heavy coffee drinkers, but I also think that Brazil, having it manufactured there, would also be very heavy coffee drinkers. So I'm gonna go with C, Brazil.
C, Brazil. Okay, here we go. Your final answer. C, Brazil. You're like really doing fantastic. I don't mean to sound surprised. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Okay. So as far as the particular questions that you gave to me, somehow I feel like I've asked them all, but I might have combined a few in there somewhere. So why don't you tell us something that you think they'd be surprised by knowing about you?
Well, pretty much covered all the basics. I've tried multiple jobs in the past where I've worked on a lobster boat before. I enjoyed helping out on the farm, and I've worked in a grocery store as well. So that's previous work experience.
Wow, wow. Yeah, it sounds like you do a lot of like labor intensive, like you got to be strong and healthy and a lot of labor intensive work, which is really cool. I
Yeah,
wish I
that's
did
how I
that.
like it.
Yeah, I would like it too. How many bones do we have in one ear? Just one ear. How many bones are in there? Is it A1, B2, C3, or D4? How many bones?
I'm going to use my last lifeline of eliminating 2 answers.
All right, all right. And we are going to, I don't suppose you have a button on your panel that does that for me, like it does in VR chat. No, it
No, I
doesn't
don't
have
think
that
so.
button. So close your eyes for me while we all check it. Close your eyes, close your eyes. And what was your answer? Without opening your eyes? Oh, and what did you choose?
Wait,
What was your answer without opening your eyes, without looking?
I didn't choose an answer.
Oh, well, choose. Did you see it already?
No.
If you haven't seen it, will you choose an answer?
Oh, will I?
Oh.
C,
Okay,
C.
let me get it to 50-50. So the choices are
C.
A1 or D4, 50-50. That's what I forgot to do. A1 or
Wait.
D4.
Or 4. I'm going to go with 4.
4, D4. Okay, and that's your final answer? Oh, so sad for you, Aaron,
No.
because the answer was A1.
It's 1.
But you walked away with $500 million, and
Oh.
that's amazing, right?
It's better than
One
0.
step away
Wrong.
from $1 million,
There's 3.
way better than 0. So thank you so much, Aaron, for being our
bonuses.
first contestant on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You rock. Let me see it. Well, bam.